A customer refused to pay for a spilled gallon of gas and threatened to get me fired over it. It was 9:52 p.m. on a Thursday in April when the alarm on pump 3 started shrieking loud enough to rattle the windows. I ran outside and found a lifted black Chevy Silverado with gas pooling under the nozzle and running down the tailgate, and a man in a built Bibo construction polo already had his phone up, filming. "You people are going to pay for this," he said, not even looking at me. I told him the auto shutoff must have failed and asked if he was okay. He laughed and said he didn't care about okay. He cared about the $400 impact driver sitting in a puddle of gas in his truck bed. The pump read 1.2 gallons past where it should have shut off, $4.30. And when I offered to comp it and grab him a rag, he said comping it wasn't the point anymore. I'd contaminated company property, and if I didn't make this right his way, he'd have my job by the weekend. "Watch this," he said, still filming. "She's not even going to apologize." When I said the damage he was describing didn't match a puddle that barely reached his wheel well, he stepped closer. "Are you calling me a liar right now, on camera, with your name tag right there?" He zoomed in on my tag. "Margot, I want a manager's name and a corporate number before I leave this lot." I gave him both, and he read the owner's name back like he was memorizing it. My hands were shaking by the time I got back inside, and not from the cold. I'd worked overnights at Meridian Fuel and Travel Plaza for 2 years, ever since my divorce, because it was the only job nearby with health insurance and hours that let me be home when my son Desmond got off the bus. Desmond was 14, with severe asthma bad enough to land him in the ER twice before he turned 10, and his inhaler ran almost $300 a month without coverage. My father ran his own auto shop for 30 years before a stroke took him, and taught me to check things myself instead of trusting a gauge. The station was owned by Dennis Pruitt, who held 2 other Meridian franchises, and mostly stayed in his office doing paperwork. I'd learned early that keeping my head down and my numbers clean was the safest way to survive him, because he ran hot over small things and went quiet over big ones. I did the tank dips myself every closing shift, writing the readings in a spiral notebook, because Pruitt had a habit of losing delivery paperwork whenever a load didn't add up. 2 weeks before the spill, a diesel delivery came in about 90 gallons short, and I brought it straight to him. "90 gallons is a lot to just write off, Dennis," I said. He didn't look up. "Meters drift, Margot. I'll call the distributor myself." I never saw evidence he did, and something about how fast he said it stuck in my mind like a splinter I never pulled out. I told myself it was nothing. I clocked out that night still smelling like gasoline, telling myself the man in the Silverado would cool off and move on. I was wrong within 6 hours. My coworker Junior texted me at 6:14 the next morning. "Margot, have you seen this?" The video already had 11,000 views. He'd trimmed it to 9 seconds, just the puddle, his boot stepping in it, his voice saying gas station employees don't do their jobs. My face wasn't in it. My name wasn't in it. But the caption tagged our exact location, and within an hour, 40 comments were calling for a boycott and demanding whoever was on shift get fired. I called Pruitt before my shift. He was quiet a beat too long before saying, "I saw it. Don't respond online. I'll handle corporate." He didn't sound angry. He sounded relieved, like a man who'd been waiting for an excuse to make that call. That afternoon, a compliance officer named Holt called from corporate, asking me to walk her through what happened. I told her the truth, that the sensor had failed, that I never touched the nozzle. She said she'd pull the camera footage. For about an hour I felt steady, because cameras don't lie. Then Pruitt called me into the office that evening and slid a written warning across the desk. My name typed under the words "Customer Safety Incident." He said Holt told him the footage was inconclusive, and corporate wanted a paper trail showing the store took it seriously regardless of fault. I signed it, because I needed the paycheck. The word inconclusive sat wrong in my stomach the whole drive home. What I didn't know yet was that the pump's maintenance file already had a forged repair order sitting in it, dated that same week, with Pruitt's own handwriting changing the date in blue pen. Full story is only on Spotify. Search GurkoStory and follow.